As the couple prepared for their wedding, Thompson was determined to learn more about how to support Mary with her condition. He scheduled an appointment with a renowned doctor specializing in sickle cell disease. At the hospital, Thompson met with Dr. Okafor, who had extensive experience in managing sickle cell cases. "Hello, Dr. Okafor. I'm here to learn how I can better help Mary once we're married," Thompson said, eager to gather information. Dr. Okafor smiled warmly. "It's admirable that you want to understand this, Thompson. Sickle cell disease affects people differently, but many lead fulfilling lives with proper care. It's not as terrifying as some might think. With support and the right management, Mary can live a healthy life." "How can I help her, doctor? What should I know?" Thompson asked, his voice full of concern. "First, ensure she stays hydrated and avoids extreme temperatures, as dehydration can trigger crises. Regular checkups and healthy eating are vital. Encourage her to rest when needed and manage stress carefully. Sickle cell patients often face pain episodes, but with love and understanding they cope better," Dr. Okafor explained. Thompson nodded, absorbing the advice. "Thank you, doctor. I want Mary to have the best life possible." Dr. Okafor nodded approvingly. "You're brave, Thompson, to stand by Mary in a society that sometimes misunderstands sickle cell disease." Surprised, Thompson asked, "Doctor, do you have personal experience with sickle cell warriors? Someone close, like a family or friends?" Dr. Okafor chuckled. "Yes, I do. I'm a sickle cell patient myself. It's challenging, but it has taught me resilience, and with advancement in sickle cell care, it's far from a death sentence." Thompson was so happy to hear someone speak so positively about sickle cell disease. After a brief chat, he left the appointment feeling more confident about the future. He was ready to face any obstacles alongside Mary, knowing that love and care could overcome many challenges. The wedding was a beautiful affair, filled with laughter, love, and the support of family and friends. Thompson and Mary exchanged vows, promising to stand by each other through thick and thin. As they settled into married life, Mary and Thompson discussed their future, including starting a family. One night, as they lay in bed, Mary turned to Thompson, her eyes full of dreams. "I'd like to have a baby, Thompson. I want to carry our child." Thompson hesitated, his mind filled with worry. "Mary, I know many with sickle cell have children, but I'm concerned about your health. My dad has even offered to help us with surrogacy. It's less risky." Mary understood Thompson's concerns, but her heart longed to experience motherhood firsthand. "I appreciate that, Thompson, but I want to be the one to carry our child. It's important to me." Her words weighed heavily on Thompson. He wanted to protect her but also respected her wishes. They both wanted the same thing, but the path seemed uncertain. "Okay, Mary," Thompson finally agreed, his voice soft but supportive. "If this is what you truly want, we'll try to conceive." 3 months later, Mary's dream came true. She was pregnant. The news was both exciting and daunting. Thompson was determined to ensure Mary received the best medical care possible. Throughout the pregnancy, Mary faced challenges, but they were not as overwhelming as they had feared. Thompson stayed by her side, helping her through each step. He realized that while sickle cell required careful attention, Mary was stronger than many gave her credit for. During one of their doctor visits, they received unexpected news that brought tears of joy to their eyes. "You're having twins," Dr. Okafor announced with a smile. Mary and Thompson were ecstatic. They had always wanted a big family, and this news was a double blessing. Dr. Okafor ensured that Mary had access to experienced healthcare providers who specialized in managing sickle cell pregnancies. Regular prenatal visits and monitoring were essential to safeguard both Mary and the baby's health. With comprehensive care, the pregnancy progressed well, with only one episode of pain crisis during the 9-month journey. Due to her condition and the risks involved, the doctors had recommended a cesarean section to ensure a safe delivery. The day of Mary's scheduled delivery arrived, and Thompson was a bundle of nerves, pacing the hospital corridors as he waited for news. Thompson was by her side, holding her hand tightly as they wheeled her into the operating room. His heart raced with anticipation and worry, but he remained a pillar of strength for Mary. The procedure went smoothly, and soon they were greeted with the cries of their newborn daughters, identical twin girls. The operating room filled with joy as the babies were placed in their parents' arms, both healthy and perfect. Mary gazed at her daughters with tears of happiness, overwhelmed by the miracle she had been blessed with. Thompson kissed her forehead, whispering, "You did it, Mary. We did it." But their joy was soon met with a challenge. What was supposed to be a time of celebration quickly turned into a day of worry and fear. Mary began to experience severe chest pain and difficulty breathing, symptoms that were all too familiar to the doctors at the hospital. They immediately recognized it as acute chest syndrome, a serious complication of sickle cell disease that affects the lungs. Thompson's heart sank as he watched Mary struggle for breath, her face contorted in pain. The doctors explained that acute chest syndrome required immediate treatment, including blood transfusions and oxygen therapy, to prevent further complications. Mr. Thompson, Dr. Anaemia, the lead physician, began with a calm yet urgent tone. "Mary is experiencing acute chest syndrome. We need to act quickly to stabilize her condition. We'll be administering blood transfusions and monitoring her closely." Thompson nodded, feeling helpless but determined to stay strong for Mary. He knew he had to be there for her, just as she had been there for him and their children. The hospital staff moved swiftly, and within minutes, Mary was connected to a series of machines. 4 pints of blood were infused into her frail body, each drop a lifeline bringing her back from the brink. Hoping for her swift recovery, Pascal and the rest of Mary's family gathered in the waiting area, their faces etched with concern. Thompson occasionally stepped out to reassure them, maintaining a brave front even as anxiety gnawed at his insides. "Is Miss Mary going to be all right?" Pascal asked. "Yes, Pascal. She's strong and she's fighting. Let's keep praying for her," Thompson responded. As the hours passed, the transfusions began to show their effect. Mary's breathing steadied, and the color gradually returned to her cheeks. The medical team worked tirelessly, ensuring she received the best care possible. 3 days later, Mary was stable enough to be moved to a regular ward. The twins were brought to her side, their tiny hands reaching out as if sensing their mother's presence. Mary looked at her daughters with tears of relief and joy in her eyes. The storm had passed, and they were finally together as a family. "Thank you, Thompson, for being here, for everything. I don't know what I would have done without you," Mary said, smiling. Thompson smiled. "You're the bravest person I know, Mary. I love you and I'll always be here for you. We'll face anything that comes our way together." The joy of welcoming their twins overshadowed the recent scare. The little girls were a testament to their love and resilience, a promise of a hopeful future. With Mary's health now stable, Thompson could finally breathe a sigh of relief. He ensured Mary had the best care and support to help her recover fully. 2 experienced nannies were hired to assist with the newborns, allowing Mary to rest and regain her strength. 3 years passed swiftly. The twins grew into lively toddlers, filling the house with laughter and energy. Mary had settled into her role as a mother, balancing her teaching career and family life with grace and determination. Thompson watched Mary with pride, amazed by her resilience and the love she poured into their children. Life had become a beautiful tapestry of challenges and triumphs, each thread woven with care and commitment. One evening, as the sun set and painted the sky with hues of orange and pink, Mary, watching a TV program with Thompson in their living room, suddenly raised emotion. "You know, I feel like I've healed enough. Maybe we could think about having another child," Mary said. Thompson blinked, taken aback by her suggestion. The memories of her acute chest syndrome and the stress they had endured were still fresh in his mind. "Baby, are you serious right now? I don't want to see you go through that again. Our lives are perfect with our twins," Thompson objected. "I survived it once, I can survive another," Mary persuaded. "I don't like this conversation. We already agreed there is no trying anything again. What's the meaning of this? Thompson's eye turned red as she fetched his slippers, walking off Mary's presence to end the conversation. Mary burst into laughter and rushed to wrap her arms around him from behind. I'm just kidding, Thompson. I just wanted to see your reaction. I am not a sickhead, she said. Thompson smiled, relieved it's not what he thought. He playful lifted Mary and said he was going to dump in the toilet and flush her away, taking her inside their room. Mary and Thompson's life settled into a beautiful rhythm. Their twin daughters, Zoe and Zena, were now 3 years old and filled their home with endless energy and laughter. Mary's health was stable, and Thompson's career was thriving. However, life is rarely predictable, and sometimes the unexpected can turn everything on its head. One morning, as Thompson was preparing